Growing wildfire seasons have turned smoke into a dreaded staple of Northwest summers. This was the scene in Seattle just 2 summers ago. New research showing it's more than a temporary annoyance. All this week, our Environment Northwest team is covering the region to look at our wildfire risk, the smoke dangers, and what it takes to recover after the flames are finally out. Tonight, Erica Zucco explains how wildfire smoke has erased decades of our air quality progress here in the West.
You don't really need a fancy study to know the Northwest is dealing with more smoke these days. We've all felt it.
You can almost feel it as you breathe in, and it's got a little bit of a burn to it.
It doesn't feel any better indoors than it does outdoors right now.
At Overlake Medical Center in Bellevue, Washington, it's meant more calls for doctors and nurse practitioners seeing patients with asthma, COPD, and related illnesses, like Tyler Cook.
That's probably one of our busiest times now. I've noticed this the last couple of years as, we do see a lot of patients in our clinic with chronic lung issues like asthma and COPD.
His patients should be seeing the benefits of cleaner air, thanks to the Environmental Protection Agency's regulations on emissions over the years. But a new study from the University of Iowa says wildfires have erased 2 decades worth of air quality gains in our region. This graphic shows, in red, areas with the worst black carbon pollution. Parts of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho are all on the list. It's an especially dangerous kind of pollution because these particles are so small they can travel deep into the lungs and may even enter the bloodstream.
We might not see it. We can't see these tiny little particles. We can certainly see when there's smoke in the air, but really the impact that air quality has on your lungs.
Washington-Bothell air quality expert Dan Jaffe says the only real way to prevent smoke is to prevent fires.
It's a combination of factors of fuel buildup, of climate change, which dries out the fuels, and then people being in the forest.
But there are things you can do to prepare yourself for the season to come. Jaffe and Cook both recommend air purifiers or a homemade device with a box fan and filter. It's best to put one in each room and prepare before smoke season starts.
The air that we breathe, it's paramount to us surviving.
For Environment Northwest, I'm Erica Zucco.